it's Carissa Lee here, and I'm joined with Chris Robertson, a.k.a. Wichita Films.
Nice seeing you. Yes, I do the Wichita Films, so I know I'm a little delay here, but that's good. So
yeah.
But yeah, so I do have a YouTube channel, Wichita Films, and we do comedies. Okay. And so a lot about the acting, we decided today to help out with auditions for Carissa. So we're going to show her the difference from last week at how she did the great pumpkin patch from Charlie Brown looking for the great pumpkin and didn't show up. So let's go to that. So
okay, go to the first one or
audition. No, the one we were just
doing. The one
we
were just doing. Okay. All right, hold on just a second. Go ahead and switch show screen. And this is very short. Very short. Okay. And, yeah. Alright, so hopefully they can hear it. I know that I can't remember if I have the audio, how it should be, but, we'll just see if we need to adjust it. Yeah. Okay. Whoa. Oh. There we go. Yeah, he was coaching me, and he mentioned some things that are very important, like, I don't know, being the character you want to be. I didn't even think about that. Why didn't I think of that? That's ridiculous. Okay. Can you even hear me?
Tommy's here. Hi, Tommy.
Hey.
No, that's right. It should be working, right?
Whoa.
No, I don't hear it.
Okay. Well, I guess we're not doing
hey,
that then.
Everybody.
Okay. That's alright. Dang it. That sucks. We'll just go back. Dang it. I don't know what happened.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, technical difficulties. It's okay, though. Okay. Let's go ahead and say hi to everybody really quick. Let's see here. We have Debbie O. Hello, Debbie. How are you doing tonight? Good to see you here. Hey, Micah Marshall. Hey, how are you doing? Is it Micah or Mika?
Micah, probably.
Micah. Yeah, probably Micah. Yeah. Tommy. Hey, Tommy.
Hi, Tommy.
Doing? Hi.
Yay!
Hi, how are you doing? Yeah. Spirit the Hedgehog. Hey. Long time no see. Good to see you here. Hello, Chris. Hello, Carissa. Hello, Tommy. Hello, Kitty.
Yeah, we're trying to get Edwin over here. He's a little hiding right now, so he's a little grumpy. So we just had to wake him up.
Yeah, pretty much. And now he's drinking like a ton of water right now. Jeez, he just can't get enough of it. So, okay, I'm gonna move this over here or whatever, but yeah, okay, so Chris had this really good idea that I thought was interesting for this live stream, and it was to do improv, and with that said, you guys would be the ones giving us prompts, which Tommy would relay those prompts to us if we're not looking at the screen or whatever, and then we would kind of put together a story based on what you say.
And that's kind of how it works. So basically, improv is the most fun part of acting because you're allowed to take it wherever you want to go. Mm-hmm. The only real rule is that no matter what I say, that in the back of Carissa's mind, she is yes, accepts that, and goes with that. Mm-hmm. And then she's going to try to one-up me. Mm-hmm. So my first thing is saying, Carissa, the reason you have cats is because you just love the smell of kitty litter. And she's going to respond.
Yes, I do. It's very refreshing.
And then she's going to ask something to me to push me over. It's like, why do I like kitty litter or something?
Yeah, I mean, I see you eat it all the time.
Well, I hear it's good in fiber, and we need our fiber every now and then.
Man.
Just talking. Now, the last time you were making a sandcastle out of it, weren't you, in the backyard?
Yeah, I mean, it's just, yeah.
Now, we're trying to get it up here, and by the way, this is kind of how it goes. So that's the one thing is you're going to try to one-up people, with it and just go wherever it goes. And we're going to start with some other things if everyone's ready. Now, most people are not here yet because Chris is never this early to our live stream.
I'm never on time.
I mean, we're expecting 10 o'clock to start here. In fact, the cat's even woken up yet right here. Let's see. There's Edwin. Edwin's choking right now. I think Edwin's dying, but to it. So when I came up from Wichita for 3 hours to drive here, and what we were doing is I made Carissa. She's going to be a Scream Queen victim. So, do you remember what you said? What your lines are for this one?
Yeah, sort of.
We're going to try to remember it. Can you do it? Let's see if I have it.
Ooh, yeah. You guys know my memory is not the best. Oh, okay. All right.
Luckily, we had the rules over here to it, so.
Yes. So what am I going to do? I'm going to go ahead and...
Just go ahead and just do that part. We won't go with the clack, 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 clack.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm just going to read this to you. All right.
Cry.
Scene. Please, don't do this. Just let me go. I won't tell a soul. I'm begging you.
And now you understand why we killed her.
Yes. Yeah.
We're getting into this comedy here. So basically, I came down here to talk to her because I needed it for a quick scene that is called Serial Killer Whisperer. It's a screenplay that I am basically trying to get out to Hollywood. And so I was just putting a 2-minute scene together, and I needed a victim to do it. So she did my voiceover. So
I'm the victim.
So we killed her. So Tommy actually liked that and says, "Can you do a little bit better job next time?"
Of course he would say that. What a jerk.
Edwin's already doing it. He's already gotten the battle axe out here and ready going. He says, "Red rum, red rum, red rum, red rum." So who else is on here anyway that I can't see right now? So I think we have.
Okay, yeah. We have, let's see here. Tommy, we have Spirit the Hedgehog.
Quack.
Oh, man, we got a cow.
Debbio, Micah.
Quack. Yeah, there's a duck. Yeah, oh my gosh. Spirit is bringing the whole farmyard here.
He's Emoji King.
He's Emoji King. Yes, for real.
So, like we said, we are going to try to do that. Now, the other thing I was doing is we were talking about Carissa's auditions last time and trying to make sure that she's ready for it next time. Just some easy tricks to do it. So, it's about making sure you're in the part that they want you to play and that you're playing that part. You don't want to say, "Oh, maybe they'll find something out for me." No, you say, "No, they're going to want me for this part, and I'm going to prove it to you." So we were looking back at the character bios for the movie, and they were all the women were military. So here we go, yes sir, and I'm doing the wrong hand. But that's all right. I didn't care. But the thing is you had to be cocky, you had to be forceful to it, and it didn't matter what the monologue was. They wanted that emotion. And for that to go for it. And also, you don't want to be animated with your movement. So you don't want to rock around. You want to try to keep it here because the camera is a very intimate thing. Unlike theater where you have to project to an audience that's way far back. For the camera, you're talking to one person very close to you because the TV is right there, right in front of you. And so you can't move that much. Lean in. That's a big one to it. So that was kind of what we were working on. We tried to show you the scene, but we can't get the audio. But we are going to have her posted up online if she wants to. To see it. And we might do another one there. And then we're going to have Edwin do his. And then
Edwin. Edwin's going to have a monologue.
It went meow. Meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Feed me, please. Meow.
Yeah, that's pretty simple monologue. That's probably the one monologue I can actually remember the lines for at this point.
Spears already saying here some more saying snort. Okay, he's on the elephant.
Oh yeah, elephant.
Edwin actually dropped some of that earlier tonight when he was eating the chicken pizza.
Yep, there you go.
So what we're going to try to do, like I said, is we're going to try to do an improv. And we would love your input. So we're going to ask you for some prompts here. And we're going to try to go with it. So right now, does anyone have a location that we would be in for this place, just between me and Carissa? Does anyone have one? Please type it now. We're going to try to use it.
Yeah. Any location.
Anyone? Bueller? Is that Corona beer? Yes, it is. We're trying to get the virus the old-fashioned way.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
So we're located in a Corona beer. And what are we trying to do in the Corona beer?
We're trying to drink it.
Downtown Tulsa. Okay, downtown Tulsa. All right. So I guess we switch it from Corona beer to downtown Tulsa.
Yes.
All right, then I don't have to worry about swimming. We're gonna go get floaties. I mean, I was gonna do that. So for that. So now we're in downtown Tulsa. Okay, and what are we trying to do in downtown Tulsa?
Yeah, what are we trying to do?
Drink Corona.
Drink Corona.
Drink Corona in downtown Tulsa. But then.
Okay, so I guess what we're going to do is I believe that I'm going to force Carissa to finish her beer of Corona. Oh, secret hidden passageway to the underground.
Oh, yeah.
And why do we need to go to the secret passage to the underground for? To ride scooters. All right. Okay. All right. There we go. So you're ready to this. Hey, I just came to Tulsa. I've not been here for a while. What's the best thing we can do?
Well, I hear there's this really great spot in downtown Tulsa.
Awesome.
Yeah, apparently.
Are you allowed to drink Coronas there?
Duh.
Now, it is true that you can get the virus from the Corona, right?
Absolutely.
How does it? Does the lime go in the coconut?
The lime does go in the coconut, but then you drink it anyway.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, now, if we're going to do that, what else? What would be fun to do right now? Does anyone have an idea? Hey, Tommy, what would we do down in the underground?
Well, you look for hidden passageways.
Oh, yeah, there's a hidden passageway, but what would we do in that passageway? We would play golf, right?
And play golf?
Yeah, you're a 4 handicap. You're great at that, right?
Yeah, I mean...
LPGA, you're ready for the tour.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to golf in the hidden passageways.
Well, that's fighting words right there. Because I'm in the fighting arena now. Come on now. Where's Edwin? Edwin, we're boxing you. I mean, Edwin and Charlie is now MMA fighters. Did you know that?
Now I do. So now I'm scared of them. I'm scared of my cats now.
we got that. I mean, that's good for it. So yeah, now so what we did is that unfortunately they took the scooters to go to the MMA fights down in the underground.
Wow.
Does anyone here have any scooters that we can borrow? Because we need to go get them.
Yes.
Tommy, can you help?
What do you need?
We need scooters. What else can we use?
Oh, bicycles.
Bicycles. Oh,
We
bicycles.
need bicycles. Okay.
Aren't those now in Wichita? They have all those bicycles just lined up where you can ride them and take them wherever you want to go. So I mean, I guess we have them in Tulsa as well.
Yes, we do. We have bicycles in the park.
On Riverside.
Oh, they're at the candy store. Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they chocolate chip handlebars?
Yes, they are, and they're delicious. Especially if you add a little. The secret is you got to add your own Hershey syrup.
Now the thing. By the way, what I do here is that the seats are made out of candy canes. They are a little sticky.
Oh man.
I can't get up. Help there now.
Man, but they help you stay in place while you're riding. It's great. You don't even have to work at staying on the bike.
Yes, and on top of that, it's kind of peppery.
Yeah, I feel so fresh,
Fresh baby. Fresh baby. There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so that was kind of good. Thanks for all the comments. Whatever you put in here, we're going to try to add to your story no matter what it is. So so that's kind of what I was looking at that there. So now we're going to do another one. We need another location.
Okay, yeah.
Anyone give us a location? We'll still be waiting.
We will still be drinking our Corona in the meantime.
And trying to get that. Just glad that you're not in the woods with a backward strangler. Okay.
Yeah, for real. Micah says I left them by the candy store.
Yeah, so that's kind of what we were using there. So, okay, we're in the backwoods of Keys, Oklahoma. All right. Okay, and what is Carissa's occupation? Hopefully this is fun. I'm not sure if it is or not. We'll figure it out later.
We will figure it out.
Edwin left, so he's scared. So, but I did see him with a Michael Myers Halloween mask. So.
Yeah, he'll be back.
Okay. So she's a lumberjack.
I'm a lumberjack.
Awesome. And she needs tooth floss. Okay, I'm trying to sell you tooth floss. Okay. Hey, I know I'm back here. I know I'm in the woods. But sometimes you just need to have fresh breath. I'm not sure if you have it here, but I got the perfect product for you.
Oh, really? What's that?
It's called dental floss. Do you know how to use dental floss?
Yes.
It's kind of like using that jackhammer saw and trying to saw the trees down just with your teeth. So type of thing.
Man.
So, yes, I mean, hopefully we have that tooth floss here. So how much do you think you need? 5 pounds of it? 5 packs?
At least.
Or 5 containers? How about a truckload? Okay. A
truckload would be great.
Awesome.
Because I know other people that need to floss too.
Yes, and who online needs to floss?
I think Spirit needs to floss.
Spirit emoji tooth floss. That's what we're selling online right now for $5.99. Also, we can cut trees down here. I hear you're a lumberjack. So, what's your favorite part about lumberjacking?
It's just swinging, just holding that axe and just being like, take that tree,
Obviously, she's learned this from Edwin because Edwin actually has taken the axe right now to Tommy's shoes.
Yeah.
Besides that MMA fighting, I mean, my God.
Yeah.
Just think, Edwin has turned into a stellar performer.
Yeah, I mean, those are like the third shoes this week he's done that to Tommy. So, it's been a real issue for us.
Tommy, tap out next time. You can tap out. So how's everyone doing tonight anyway? So we'll try to do this. We know this is just supposed to be a light and fun thing. You want to talk about anything, we can.
Yeah, absolutely.
We were trying to help out with acting and just little things, more along the lines of editing and showing how to do it there to get there. We do want the input. I know a lot of people don't show up for another 25 minutes because
I'm usually
it's
late.
10 o'clock here. Because obviously the first thing that Edwin did as a lumberjack was knock out the alarm clock in time.
Yeah, pretty much. He was like, you know what? You need
good.
to
I'm glad
in.
you're doing great there, Micah. So
very good. Yeah. Doing good. Very good.
Yeah. So kind of what's going on there is this has been, we know it's a tough time. We don't want to think about anything very bad other than our bad acting performance as a comedy. So we're going to try it now. Now this one is that when Edwin comes back into the room, what is he? Let's figure out, is he going to scare us or excite us? What is Edwin going to be? Do we know?
Well, is it for them to decide?
I actually literally woke up right before 9.
Awesome!
Awesome!
Right, 70,
Yeah, you weren't expecting us for another hour or two. Yeah, you're lucky. Yeah, type of thing. I want to try to improve one day. I've done theater and stuff. Yeah.
Cool. You've been at a couple movies? You were in American Gods, the TV show. Oh, wow. That's pretty neat.
I'm assuming is background for them, or extras. SAG and AFTRA is usually tough to get into. So, but yeah, theater. We were talking about how different it is to do auditions and acting for theater versus on the big screen, because the big screen can be a lot more intimate.
Yes.
And that where theater, your audience is in the back, and so you have to project to them. Where in the theater, the audience is right up close because they're on the screen, and so you're more intimate, and your emotions are a lot more subtle that you can use. So that's why we tried to show the audition, and she did a great job with it. We're sorry that the sound didn't come through to it. So
darn it, that's okay.
But yeah, isn't it? It's on set now. Some things you're going, wow, this is great. You're seeing all these great things on set. Why is it taking 15 hours to do this one scene? And that's kind of how it is, because they're just, and the reason is if you don't know what's going on, they're just taking the different angles, making sure the set is proper. They got the right lighting, they got the right sound, even though they're going to redub the sound anyway. The actors are doing it right. They want to do different takes. Sometimes the actors want to put their own improv in there to basically take ownership of the character and the scene to it. Also, they want to do it straight by the lines to it. Oh, thanks. I'm glad I'm helping you, Micah. So yeah, we're trying.
Cool.
Yeah, I started mine out as internship at David Letterman, so that's why I'm so traumatized in the world.
Traumatized? That's amazing.
Yeah, he's not the fun person in the world. So the old story about him from NBC is like, oh my God, I can't believe what happened. They said that David Letterman needs a quadruple bypass. I mean, that's incredibly impossible. We didn't think that could happen. We didn't realize he had a heart.
Oh, snap.
I did work with NBC a lot, so they were kind of funny. So it's but when we were doing those jokes, there's always the type of things that you can do it. So, but he was always incredibly quick with. Thanks about that. Do they ever use the original audio? Typically in Hollywood, they will overdub it to the nth degree. So they'll have the digital rooms. I had actually worked for digital media, which had those things. And so what would happen is it would take twice as long to dub in everything than to actually shoot the media. And the only reason why usually on set you don't take that one is because you got the background noise and stuff. Even though they say quiet on set or they're keeping it light and sound, it's just you get a better thing when you can just take it straight from the sound rooms with all the cushions there, and then you add your elements to it. So
that's pretty cool.
And when I was talking with Carissa about it, when we were doing this, we got her screaming, and so we'll let her pretend to do it.
Yeah.
That was basically what we had her do, so it was good. Now, that's not what we're going to add to it. So that was kind of what happens is kind of like what you're going to add in is you're going to add an ambiance. So I'm going to have to go get ducks quacking. I'm going to put winds into it. Also, I didn't add the other person, the maniacal killer going, because I have that one on there as well to it. But you're just adding all the stuff. Now, in independent movies where you can't dub it, you actually do use the ones on scene. Basically, and I'll come and get this right now, is that how we do a lot of the editing. Sorry if they can't hear it. You can.
Oh, they can hear because the Yeti microphone picks up really well.
Okay. So what happens is that we would have this, and I'm not putting in how the deal is like. This would be our digital four wave sound audio transmitter. Sorry, I'm trying to put it on. I'm bad at it. And now I can actually put in a directional mic for it, or I can throw lavaliers, and we just use lavaliers today. To make sure that we could get the sound out of it. And so it has a digital thing. We have 4 inputs in here along with the two the left and right for this one. So we would get hers down here. Now we could go into somewhere and edit the sound out, get the noise reduction. We actually did a little noise reduction on the audition that she did, and it was like, oh wow, you got rid of the reverb, because you can take a lot of that out just by some quick things in there. I recommend anyone that if they are trying to get some sound there, that they go pick up Audacity online. It is free to use, and you use a noise reduction to get it, and you can also balance the sound and cut some too. It's a very easy program to use. For everyone who has Adobe Premiere, use Audition. That's the best around there. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so let's see what we're talking about. Reconstructing English from the anime and yes, it's very difficult when you're doing stop motion to get the sync in there, and usually they would want the dialogue to be done first, and then put the animation motion together to get it there. It's easier to sync that way than to have the animated just praying for it. And of course, I think also if they're doing that, they get into those suits where you can just see they just like the black suits with just the little things on them that they can check the mouths to try to get that as well to use for the animation. I mean, animation is a lot more intense and difficult, but right now is the best time to go for animation because COVID. No one wants to work together. Except when you're in animation, when you just have people in their own room by themselves. So you have that isolation already done. So right now, a hot projects are all your animation to go out to Hollywood right now. So
nice.
just on a side note, so there to it.
That actually makes a lot of sense because like everyone's at home, like you can get the voiceovers for it and all kinds of stuff, very easy.
And so if anyone saw the final episode of this season's Blacklist, they were. I want to say 20%, 25% into the live action when the quarantine hit, and they decided to animate all the rest of it.
Wow.
Yeah, and you realize that it's a different feel to it. And it was just a little off. And unfortunately, I thought it was because the actors were not feeding off of each other. So their dialogue was a little
Kinda
stale
dry.
to it. So, yeah.
Dry. Yeah, it's hard to have that.
So she's saying
chemistry.
dang on something, Stephanie is. So.
Oh, dang. Okay. Man. So much adding. Yeah, there's a lot to show business. Can you tell us like a story that really sticks out to you from your experience?
Are we allowed one that's R-rated?
Yeah, I mean, I think so, as long as you don't...
Does anyone else want it? It'll take a while.
I think that'd be fine. We usually stay on here for about 2 hours.
Okay. So working for a studio, you have to be on good terms and very polite. Basically say, let the drama stay on the screen. All the crew and crew members have to literally be on their best behavior, team player and everything.
Okay.
The actors, on the other hand, can be divas at times.
Okay.
And so there's this one actor that will be named. I will not put his name in, but you might be able to guess who it is.
Okay, this should be fun.
Let's just say, I don't know Adrian, but I was on set. Well, so there's this movie being shot, and this actor was not even in the picture. His girlfriend was at the time, but
Okay.
it didn't mean he didn't show up to set every day. And on set, he terrorized everyone.
Oh, what in the world?
He terrorized, the craft department, the caterers, the makeup, the costumes, the sound department, all these people, and they were just pissed. And they were like, God, he's not even on set, and he's making our lives living hell. What can we do? I don't know. Well, they said, well, thank God tomorrow his girlfriend's not coming, so he won't be here. That's what they thought. He showed up anyway.
What? She wasn't even there and he shows up?
Yeah, and
Why?
she's not there. And he goes, something's wrong. So he's just going about his way, and he happens to pick up a makeup intern and takes the makeup intern back into the trailer of his girlfriend's.
What?
Okay.
What a jerk!
Now then, he pissed off a lot of people,
I'm sure he did.
including the sound department. So guess what the sound department decided to do? They mic'd up the trailer.
Oh my God, no, he didn't.
So all of a sudden they're listening on to the trailer. They're going, what's going on? What does he keep saying? What?
Wonder what he's saying.
Oh
in there.
my God. Oh my
God.
God. Oh my God. So this went on for a while. And then at the end of the day, people are like, this is what he did. We've got to do something so he doesn't keep on coming back on set. What can we do? Well, he kept on saying that phrase over and over and over again.
Oh God, what was that phrase?
The costumer had a t-shirt designer. Let's make t-shirts for everyone.
What? T-shirts?
So then, all of a sudden, this guy, actor, comes in, chest pumped high, going high, high, high. He looks and stares at this person, sees their t-shirt. Looks at another one, sees another t-shirt. Sees three of them, turns around, back face, goes out there. What did the t-shirt say?
I don't know what.
Hey, yo, suck my balls, yo.
Oh my gosh!
Is that a story you want to hear? Type of thing.
Oh my God.
That's what he gets. That's what he gets for being a jerk and being on set and screwing around on his girlfriend.
Well, yeah, and that kind of is there a lot. There's a lot of stories you can do. I mean, a lot of them. That's the easiest one to say in a
Okay.
way to it. I mean, you get a lot of them. I know a lot. A lot of people came to me once. Everything about Kevin Spacey came out, and I had told for years past that there was a massive warning sign on him. And that
Interesting.
basically agents would tell their male actors between the ages of 15 and 30, if you're on set, be careful. really careful.
Wow.
And I'm talking about there's a reason why that there's not a trial for actors before they get thrown off set, is because everyone knows about these people ahead of time. And so when people are saying National Enquirer knows everything about anyone, but they just don't release it, because if they did, then they wouldn't have access to it. But so they're only allowed to get blessed to do certain things. Okay. Now, once people start passing away, you might start getting the horrors of some of these ones, and so there's certain stories. Now, they can't control the damage of all of them. Mm-hmm. You start realizing that, wait a second, we're seeing this too much. And they did a lot of it with Kevin Spacey, where, we started hearing the stories about him. Mm-hmm. Well, they said the House of Cards came out and says, we've never heard any stories. Everyone's on set has been perfectly right. And then they found out that 75% of all the males on set had sent harassment complaints to them. And that's why as soon as one case came out, he was gone because of that type of thing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so...
that's very interesting.
So I think we're off of that, because I'm not sure they're more talking about the animation type of thing. So
okay, yeah. Let's see. Let me just see. Hello, they moved to animation 25% through. Jeez Louise. Yeah, that's kind of silly. Spirit the Hedgehog says Sonic nerd. LOL. Oh my God. Stephanie says. Spirit the Hedgehog says animation is like sex. You put all your resources into episode 1 and ran out of gas. LOL. Oh my God. Funny. Spirit the Hedgehog says my dad tells me that. That's funny. That's funny that your dad tells you that. Oh my God.
Yeah, it depends. There's a lot about Hollywood right now on how to take projects in, and so they kind of figure out that they would rather have a team that already knows what they're doing than a great project, because it might be the pilot might be great, but they might not know how to last. And so if you get those team members that have the staying power, it's good. So a good friend of mine was a supervising producer for Kevin Can Wait, and so he also is just he did a ghostwriting of Bad Boys for Life. He's a script doctor for Will Smith and Kevin James.
Oh, really?
And so he's a good friend of mine. And so he allowed me to write a pilot for a friend of his, which was called Roland. And the premise was a Entourage version where this kid in a wheelchair with cerebral palsy wants to be a producer. And he's not going to stop at anything. It doesn't matter who he rolls over to get the job.
Oh,
so
wow.
It was a fun one to write. And we added in there that he wanted to meet Mark Wahlberg, which is actually the person is a good friend of his to it. And so we decided to say, okay, we're going to do a Make-A-Wish Foundation thing where a kid gets to meet Mark Wahlberg, and this character with cerebral palsy, is going to steal it from the kid to start doing business to him.
Oh my God.
And they were like, oh my God. So we had it great, and we're getting ready to go pitch it in with my friend Mike. And then all of a sudden, Mike found out that he was no longer going to be the showrunner for Hitch, the TV series.
Oh.
And they told him through the newspapers, the trade papers, instead of telling him personally.
What? Oh
and
my gosh,
he decided to
so
tell the people that work with Overbrook Entertainment, which is Will Smith's company, that that was not the right thing to do. And then all of a sudden we couldn't pitch that story into them.
Oh.
And we're like going, but that kind of happens. It's just amazing type of thing. So we haven't had many notes here lately. So
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. I guess we'll just have to see.
So how is everyone else doing other than that? I mean, unfortunately I could tell a lot of the stories, and there are some fun ones too. So I mean,
well, let's just see what's going on here. How's everyone's weekend going so far? Like, do you have any plans that you're planning on doing? I mean, are you going to be mowing your lawn? Are you going to be going to the store? Are you going to be watching a movie? Oh, I finally watched the first and second movie of Bill and Ted.
As if
It was the most excellent
dude.
Dude.
He Melvin me.
Yes! Oh my gosh. I definitely have to say I like the second one better than the first one. The first one seemed super silly to me, but the second one was like super exciting and relatable. But yeah, it was really fun, and Tommy already had both of them on the shelf. Man, it was bogus. It really was.
Well, I think it's next week it comes out, the third one now, right?
I think it's out already.
Yeah, Tommy has been really looking forward to it, and he actually told me that he watched the second one before the first one. Like, he didn't see the first one until
Stephanie got her YouTube up before the coursework. Awesome.
Okay. Cool. Just having a good time listening. She says, Spirit says, did a live stream with my Sonic buds. Oh, cool. How did it go? Tommy says, LOL, that was my first ever theater movie, The Bogus Journey. Oh, that's cool. Oh my gosh. Stephanie says, took care of lots of big YouTube stuff, so need to catch up on coursework this weekend. Oh, cool. What class are you taking right now, Stephanie? Yeah, she started going back to college and stuff, so. Yeah, that's a lot of work going to college. Jeez. Cornelius Booker. You want to moan? You're lying.
I think Edwin's already taking care of that right now.
Yeah.
Right now with the kitty litter. So you'll have to get there. And what's Charlie doing? Charlie's
hiding.
Charlie's hiding from me. I've scared the cats.
Yeah.
I'm amazed.
Like
Their plot to kill all Carissa things is gone right now.
Yeah.
We have this safe zone here type of thing. So.
They're just trying to survive at this point. That's pretty
American
much it.
federal government. So, okay, cool.
Okay, yeah. American federal government. Okay.
Wow.
So now we can understand why that we are now in Indian land right here, right?
No, I'm still so confused. I don't even know. I can't even see straight. I'm so
Right,
confused
I
about this.
forgot
I'm like,
about that.
what? I thought I was in Oklahoma, guys. Jeez.
Okay, so it's so funny. You're talking about the Supreme Court case on that, about Muskogee and the Cherokee. And what happened is that they never said that the land was not part of the sovereign nation of Indians for it. So what that means is that any Indian delegation inside of the land of the Indian nation gets to follow their rules instead of there being in American federal land. So it doesn't affect you. You still are part of Oklahoma.
Yeah.
You don't have to pay your money to the tribal lands type of thing. But it's just the tribe follows their own set of rules. And so it was unfortunately because the rule was about a tribal member, an Indian, that basically had sex with someone under the age of, I'm going to say at least 15. It was pretty young.
Oh, gosh.
And he was allowed out of federal prison because he can't be tried by the states. He has to be tried by the Indian tribal land.
Wow.
So that's what it was all about. So it's not that you're going to have to pay taxes to the tribal land. So that was kind of type of thing. So let's see what's going. Cherokee Nation, thank you, Spirit type of thing. Tommy,
Cherokee
you
Nation.
gonna block Cornelius?
Well, cool. Tommy, that makes sense now. Always from across the pond.
Yeah, we got a specific group that.
Yeah. There's a specific group that just hates my guts, and I'm not really sure why. They just always come over here and troll.
It's Bean, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a Bean with the nose.
Yeah. Let's see. This makes sense. Stephanie.
If you ever saw, was it Johnny English, the first one? That was a great Bean as Bond. That was kind of hilarious. Slapstick comedy.
Oh, what is
Johnny
it?
Johnny English.
Oh, yeah.
The first, not the second one.
Okay.
Gillian Anderson, that was not a good one type of thing. So she can only be X-Files. She is Scully.
Yes, exactly. Man, I love X-Files so much. Man, we were like really far on that season too. I don't even know.
Have you gotten to the Japanese restaurant yet?
It doesn't sound familiar, so no.
Sushi? Have you gotten to the sushi one?
Okay, so no spoilers. But yeah, we are full.
You did you get to the Mandela effect?
The Mandela effect? No, we're on like season.
I'm sorry. That's the last season.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So.
No, we're on 8, I think.
Yeah, we're pretty far in there.
So, talking about X-Files and history for it. So, before I moved out to Hollywood, my ex-fiance wrote a script that was in the Virginia Screenwriters Forum, and it won the contest, and one of the judges was Vince Gilligan. And I don't know if you know who this guy is.
Nice.
Vince Gilligan, have you ever heard of him?
I've heard that name.
He's the guy from Breaking Bad.
Oh!
Showrunner, but yeah.
That's right, okay.
And
okay.
Better Call Saul. So what happened was he was in Virginia and wrote this sci-fi script that had won the Virginia Screenwriting Forum as well, called Wilder Napalm. And Dennis Quaid was in it. I forget the other one there. And it was sci-fi. Well, he sent it out to X-Files. X-Files at the time was not doing spec scripts, but they were actually doing feature movies to see how you could write. And he got on. So Vince Gilligan was always the quirky episode writer of the X-Files that would actually win the Emmys for that. So I don't know if you saw the one where Brain Eater goes to Eaters Anonymous to try to stop eating people's brains.
Yeah, I think I did
and
see
so,
that. Yeah.
So he wrote those quirky ones. He wouldn't do the spy espionage ones, but he would do the quirky ones to
The
it.
quirky ones are so fun.
Yeah,
I love the
and
monster
so
ones
and so we
stuff.
go out to Hollywood, and my ex-fiance is talking to him, and she's trying to look for work, and she had just gotten a job, and he says, "Hey," Vince Gunn goes, "Would you like to be the writer's assistant for X-Files?"
What?
And you know what she said?
Whoa. What?
No, I already got a job.
What?
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh. I would be like,
Whoa.
I would have taken the job.
Yeah, and she realized after she did that, it was like she was able to get into a lot of things like that, and it was just like, you're going, what? You take that job? Type of thing.
Yeah, seriously. That's crazy. Man, I
Vince
love
Gilligan,
this
yes.
Yeah. Breaking Bad. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was joking. I was being sarcastic with that. I hope you know.
Oh. Oh, Breaking Bad and Better
Call Saul. Yeah,
that's
both,
right.
yeah.
Yeah. Man, I
He
love
also
this
he
movie.
also
It's so
did
good.
Hancock, which had Will Smith. Guess who's doctored a little bit of that script? My friend Mike Sosha, who has actually wrote Hancock 2, which never got produced as well. So
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Who
yeah.
would've
So
thought?
what happens? He sends his regards. Breaking Bad. Oh yeah, he's great. So
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, it's kind of interesting how the networking goes, and how I met my friend was when I lived in Hollywood. We went to the same bagel place, so we would run into people. And Mark Freston showed up there every now and then. I don't know if anyone remember him. Palms. What was it? It was on USA. He was a private doctor.
Okay.
You would probably recognize him as you can, but it's
Yeah.
kind of one of the person. I did see a guy from Hawaii Five-0 that came in there. He came in once, and you're like,
Oh, that's cool.
it's the one that was the son of Dreyfus, I guess. Is that right? And there, he was kind of short. He wasn't that tall compared to it. So, yeah, you're getting a lot of people coming from over.
Oh, man. Yeah.
They're all watching right now, I guess.
I guess there are some hater potatoes. I don't know. I'm not really sure.
Quarantine does its best for everyone.
Yeah.
We get the lot of people, so.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I get to actually do my job.
Yeah. It's an exciting night for Tommy in the
Like,
moderating world. So,
Yeah, and we were gonna try to do improv, but it's kind of we didn't have the people for it yet. So,
Yeah.
but then again, it's still usually I don't even start watching until 10.
Yeah.
We still got 10 minutes here, you know. My
Yeah.
God! By the way, I think that Edwin has the bourbon shots out there on there type of thing. It's called the Cat Train. There's 6 of them together. Just going through.
Oh,
She's
man.
gonna Edwin's gonna go pass out in the kiddie bowl type of thing.
Yeah, that's usually Friday night for him.
At least more entertainment than we get.
Yeah, for real.
Type of thing. So
Oh man, let's see.
No, I cannot do a handstand. I'm sorry, I can't figure that one out. So I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, I can't do handstands either. Like, yeah. There was somebody that asked me a long time ago if I could do a handstand, so I have a feeling it's the same person.
Oh, yeah.
As before, so.
You got the haters tonight.
Yeah, I got the hater potatoes. What's up with that? Like, where's the love at, guys? I mean, why? Why the hate?
You got a guest. That's what it is.
Yeah, they're just super excited. So, yeah. Okay.
Why was I out here so long in the pumpkin patch? You blockhead.
You blockhead. You kept me up all night waiting for the great pumpkin when I could have been out for tricks or treats, man. Jeez.
At least we found a bagel.
Yeah.
We got a bagel.
Yeah. Bagels are delicious. Especially.
Yum, yum.
Yeah.
I can probably only give random facts of the federal government right now. Here, let me tell you one.
There you go.
Bankrupt.
There we go.
To bankrupt or not to bankrupt? That is the question.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. Let's see. All right, so
let's see if we can find a fun story. So I remember I said this once and I got chewed out because of some other things, but I used to play in this softball league called the Primetime Softball League. I worked at the TV station KCAL 9, so they were allowed to be into it because they had a primetime, all the things. So we would play all the different shows out there. We played Everybody Loves Raymond on their last night.
Oh my gosh, I love that show.
Yeah, and it was funny because Ray Romano, I didn't even want to shake my hand, and I was pitching against him. I was like, well, I don't care. I mean, we allowed his producer, Phil Rosenthal, is that the name? He does Fixing Dinner for Phil. It's a show on there. He was there. It was there. We allowed him to run bases in his jeans just to play because we didn't care. We were being nice. And
cool.
And they beat us, and which was there, and I didn't care. So he was kind of quiet. But we played David Spade, and he was the coolest person. Now
what? David Spade?
Now, and by the way, his personality online is you really want to punch him in the face. I understand that. Just shoot me. Yes, we do want to just shoot him. Edwin actually has a bazooka going after him for that. So we kind of know that's going to happen. So he comes out to play. He comes up to home plate and goes, hold on a second. Actor up. Come in. You're too far back. Come up to the girls' tees, type of thing. And it was just fun. And he was a nice guy, decent, and there. And then he went over and just piggybacked into a buffet line of another team. Just started eating their films. Yeah, it was kind of, but he was kind of fun. He was a nice guy. And then I heard that he was talking to Tom Hanks about some issues that we won't talk about, but it's like everything I knew about him was pretty nice, and it's like, and of course, I had the best experience when I met Bill Murray. You
met Bill Murray?
He came on to Letterman when I was there, and so
awesome.
And so what happens on Letterman at the time, and I'm talking back in '91, is that whenever a alumni from the SNL show came on, the cast members would show up to support him. So I got to meet Tim Meadows.
Cool.
Dana Carvey. I love Dana Carvey. I mean, he's awesome.
Yes.
I mean, and the reason he just didn't make it big after that was because he started having heart problems.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
poor
but
guy.
so that was kind of. But I mean, if you listen to his story, you just hear him talk, and how the difference in political humor used to be is that when he was doing his H.W. Bush, he had to find a character and find the flaws with the person. And the character flaws and try to work through them. And that's kind of how you're doing with the characters. But you had to find an inner truth and inner heart for it. Well, so he was doing the wouldn't be prudent at this juncture, type of thing. Yeah. Oh, what's going on? Wouldn't do it. Wouldn't be prudent. Can't do it. All these things we're doing. Well, George H.W. Bush loved Dana Carvey's impressions and talked to him and became friends.
Oh, cool.
And so, during the 2000 election, Dana Carvey's at home. Gets a phone call and says, this guy goes, hey, Dana, George Bush here. What? Yeah, I just wanted to talk to you. Isn't your son running for president right now? Oh, he can handle that. I'd rather talk to you right now.
Whoa.
And it just showed you that how you can be endearing for your subject. If you can find the heart of truth for any subject that you're writing for, that it makes it endearing. Because those are the characters that you want. And even Bill Murray said that he hates political correctness, not for the justifying of things, but you just took out 50% of your creative toolbox that you can't use anymore because you're scared to. And a comedian cannot be afraid to do comedy, or it's just going to be bland. And so, and you look at that, and we're talking about even when we were doing the improv, we were willing to go down whatever place it went to, because that's where it's supposed to be taken. Because it's not about how I feel; it's about getting to a place to make it in comedy to it. So yes.
Okay.
So,
yeah, absolutely. Well, that's really cool. Let me see if there's some messages that are not being deleted. Let's see what we got here. I never liked Everybody Loves Raymond. Huh. Spirit, that surprises me. What was it about Everybody Loves Raymond that you didn't like?
Everybody loves Raymond.
I don't know. Maybe
Brad
I just
Garrett.
liked it because it was comforting to me to watch it. I just like the story, and I like the main character. I love Ray, and I like his brother, the
Brad Garrett. Everybody loves Raymond.
Yeah, the really grumpy
Well, I mean,
one.
you got to remember, Ray has his personality type of thing, and he was playing the character. It's a family sitcom type of thing, so it's a standard one. I think first off, if you're taking sitcoms, Married with Children, you go back and just love how that was, because Al Bundy, it was just obnoxious and crazy.
Oh yeah, Al
And
Bundy, jeez.
there's always failure, and so when you get to comedy is all about failing. And so it comes to this thing called the human condition. And what happens is that we have a goal. It's an unattainable goal. Our goal is to live forever, ever, right?
Yes.
Are we going to accomplish that goal? No. Do we have the tools to accomplish that goal? No, because we're going to die. Yet we can never give up trying. So that's your situation for your comedy on your failure. And you look at all the great ones that goes to it. Like you look at the putting your finger in the dam. What happens when you put that one in? One comes up here. Now you get one down here. Get here. And you're having all the way until all of a sudden one breaks.
Yeah.
I Love Lucy had a great one that showed the same dynamic of that is, okay, I'm putting icing on the cupcakes. Pretty easy.
Yep.
Speed it up.
Yeah.
Speed it up. Keep on doing it. And so what happens is, why we love it and it's so funny is because she never gives up trying to put the cakes on till it goes out of control to it. So, so that's kind of the whole condition about the failure is what's good for it. So when you get the ones that are doing it, and that Al Bundy was great. And if you read the pilot for it, is awesome. It's like, hey, Peg, why did you replace my alarm clock with a cactus?
What the world?
He goes, oh, I'm sorry, did I do that? He has a cactus in his hand in there. And it's kind of just, you're understanding the great thing with it. Now, where Cheers, and it was a great show, the pilot was bland. They just had to get the characters to get there. So it's kind of hard to do it. You wish the comedians can get back to that level where they can be great and off the cuff and just are obnoxious. I mean, the reason we love Cartman is because he does the things that no one else are willing to do.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean we want to be him, but you got hippies in your basement. I'll take care of him with this blowtorch real quick.
Yeah.
Must kill Kyle.
Right? Like, he has no shame, and he's got no filter, and that just makes his character so endearing, ironically.
Yeah, and it's kind of like with that, so it is trying to do it there. So thanks for the monitoring, Tommy.
Yeah.
We got a lot of people there out of it, so.
Yeah. Let's see here. Spirit. Okay. Retaliatory skunk. Hi. Welcome to the chat. Good to see you here. I don't think that I've seen you here before, so it's good to have you. How are you doing tonight? Let's see here. Silly boy, Dan Diesel, cute couple. This is actually my friend Chris, but thank you. I appreciate that.
We should bring Tommy over,
Yeah. Chilling with Barone says this guy is funny. Hey, look at you. You are funny.
There you go. I try
agree.
to be, so.
I agree. He's a good guy. Very funny. Tommy's got the peace emoji there. I think that's what that is. It's a very interesting emoji. Thanks for the help with the monitoring, Stephanie. Oh, yeah, thank you, Stephanie Bethany. You rock. You're awesome.
All right, so now then, for the next part, Chris is going to play Santa Claus, it looks like.
Oh, gosh.
All right, and what present am I asking for Santa Carissa for Christmas for? Let's see if anyone can do it. Not until Thanksgiving. Okay. So the police are not going to allow me to ask it in a way, so I have to do certain signals to make it happen, so type of thing. Uh-oh. It's close to Christmas, right? A new hat. I need a new hat. Thank you. You don't like my Dodger hat. Good.
All right.
By the way, I did get this hat from the Dodgers, the Los Angeles Dodgers. They gave it to me because
What?
I worked. So when I worked
pretty
at
cool.
I worked at KCAL TV station programming, and so we had literally just got the Dodgers to switch over to the station, and so they all came over there. I got to meet Tony Lasorda. Eric Green came there, Steve Garvey. And it was funny, Steve Garvey comes out and goes, you know, everyone says, man, I used to watch you as a kid. they're all the adults working at the show. He goes, I feel old, type of thing. But so they gave everyone, I mean, I used to go to the Dodger Dugout Club, which was right behind home plate. And it was awesome. It was $200 a seat, but, you know, I got some from the station. But they had Wolfgang Puck. All you could eat, all you had to do was pay for the alcohol. They would bring peanuts to your chair and chocolate chip cookies.
Oh, man, chocolate chip cookies, yes.
And then, of course,
Santa loves chocolate
and then
chip
you could
cookies.
meet the players after the game. They would sign stuff for you. So it was kind of a cool little thing. So I missed that. Of course, I'd go home and just go straight to sleep because I'd be overloaded on chocolate chip cookies and peanuts. Type of thing.
Yeah.
So,
oh, my gosh.
So, you know, I really could use something for Christmas. What should I get?
Ho, ho, ho.
Hi, Santa.
Hi, little Chris. What can I get you for this Christmas?
You're doing a pretty good job on the beach. You know, I like the sandcastle you're in. A sleigh, right?
Yes, built it myself. Only took 6 hours.
Now, that scoop of sand, is that Rudolph?
Yes, it is.
Is it a tractor truck? What happens when the waves come in?
He goes on a journey. He goes out for a swim.
Do sharks eat reindeers?
Yes, they do. They say, I talked to a shark once, said it tastes like chicken. So, I was really shocked. I thought it would taste more like, you know, beef. But, you know, what do I know about deer? You know, or reindeer.
You were talking to Edwin, weren't you?
Yes. Oh, gosh, he gets me every time. Oh, my gosh.
A typewriter. All right, we got a typewriter now.
A typewriter, right? I don't know. I feel like I'm really bad at improv. Like, really.
We gotta make
really
room.
Bad.
That's what you should see. They're critiquing you. Gotta make room for that
Right,
aspiring reindeer. Yeah, we had tryouts out there. You know, Rudolph decided to become part of Baywatch lifeguarding, so he has the red trunks now.
There you go.
Edwin there is Hasselhoff. Edwin is now singing that new song, "Eye of the Tiger."
Right?
I am the lifeguard.
Mm-hmm.
In between his munching on every food. Mm-hmm. We have lost some.
Man,
We can't even find the cats.
I know, it's crazy. It was like, where the heck are they? Oh, that's crazy.
I can try
But
to get Edwin to come back.
I feel like Charlie's like the pasty kid on the beach that has like the really like weird pastel colored like what's it called?
Suntan lotion.
Suntan lotion.
The
on
white,
him. Like,
the white.
Yeah, like the white and the purple kind that's on his face, and I feel like he's wearing dorky shoes.
Yeah, the cats are afraid.
Yeah.
I scare cats.
Yeah, they really are. Yeah, they're scared. It's sad.
They're scared of anybody new.
Yeah.
It's true.
It's crazy. Oh man. Well, okay.
What other kind of stories do you have?
Uh-oh, you're trying to get this one. So, all right, let's go into a unique one. So, people want to know what happened to Tom Cruise when he got thrown off the Paramount line.
What? Wait, you know the story of Tom Cruise getting kicked off of something? That is Okay.
I know a lot
yes.
about him. I'm going to be
Okay.
quiet on certain ones that are pretty well confirmed that we're not supposed to talk about.
Yeah, juicy details. Spill them. Spill that tea.
Okay, so Tom Cruise and his partner Paula Wagner, producing partner, made a killing of money doing all those movies. $1 billion worth of money for that and revenue. And so on the lot, they were, can't miss. And so what happened was Tom Cruise all of a sudden decides, I'm going to fire my publicist and hire my sister instead.
What?
And so what
is
happened?
sister?
And what happens? He goes on Oprah and starts jumping on the chair and says, "I love Scientology." Blah blah blah.
Oh,
blah.
yeah.
And so people are starting to go, "Hey, wait a second." The star kind of fell. Well, Scientology was very big and part of what goes on here. So, not going to go into the details of Scientology, all that stuff, other than that L. Ron Hubbard was a sci-fi writer. And for Battlefield Earth, he needed a religion, so he created Scientology. So he created the entire religion just to satisfy the story. And by the way, all sci-fi has to be based on a certain type of religion where everyone knows the rules of that world they live in and follow and abide by them. So
Wait a minute. I didn't even know that there were rules for sci-fi.
yes. So basically, whenever you go for any type of thing.
Is that book?
Battlefield Earth. There we go.
Oh, man.
So that's what he did from it there. Yes, that is Travolta. So what happens in sci-fi, there's certain rules on sci-fi. Like Gattaca was about the rules of genetic cloning and how society was, the higher rank in society was based on how perfect of the genetics you had. Well, the people all live by that rule. Now your protagonist is natural born. They're not cloned. They're not modified. So they're at the lowest level. And so Ethan Hawke, all he cared about doing was going to the moon. But to go to the moon, you had to be at a higher level. So he had to pretend to be someone he wasn't to be able to train to go to the stars.
Oh.
And so that's kind of where the religion goes into the effect. So sorry we're getting on that.
Interesting. No, but
So-
that's very interesting.
So now, when it goes into it, it's about things that two people were all together. All the people were thrown into the volcanoes and shot out, and they split up, and they're all trying to get back together. Tonal codes and whatever. Well, in regards to this Scientology and why they're so powerful is that anyone that's part of Scientology has to pay a tithing to them, and for that, the Scientologists get to negotiate the contracts with the studios at a pretty significant fee.
Okay.
So, we got Mission Impossible 3.
Okay. Mission
They want it. They want to do it.
Okay.
Tom Cruise wants to do it.
Okay.
Studio wants to do it. But unfortunately, the revenue profits were going to say it was going to be lighter than before. You have to get a salary that's normal. Like what? $15 million. But we can't give you the percentage profits that you want. You're not going to get $50 million, 15% of the profits. Which,
Okay.
I mean, it was something ridiculous what he was getting.
Yeah.
Chris said, yeah, sure, fine, whatever. As we said to Brad Gray, who was the head of the studio at the time. Brad Gray's going to his car one night. He gets surrounded by 10 Scientologists. They all had weapons on them. Says,
What?
we're here to renegotiate Tom Cruise's contract. Brad Gray says, screw you and the horse you rode in on. Get off my lot. So that was the last movie that Cruise did for a while for there until he went to MGM, and now he just came back for Ghost Protocols to it. So, but that was kind of what happened. And you get those things about how the internet workings of inner workings of Hollywood is very crafty onto it. It's based on perception more than it is reality at times, and so.
Yeah.
You get a lot of underbelly. I mean, I'll go with the easy stories, but like I said, you don't want to go into the dark things.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are very creepy. You understand that, and you just, unfortunately, you can only do so much. You got to do what you can. You hopefully find the good apples and go for it. And so everyone asks me, what are the good ones? And like I said, I like Bill Murray. I like David Spade.
Man.
Gary Sinise is awesome. Everyone loves John Voight. Nicest guy there, even though Angelina Jolie, his daughter, is kind of a handful to say the least.
Yeah.
I'm hearing Brad Pitt is pretty good too. A decent guy. What happened? Supposedly he punched Weinstein for what he did to Gwyneth Paltrow.
Really?
And Gwyneth Paltrow basically was told by Weinstein to call off your dog, and so that's why he stopped. So, a little weird things about that.
Interesting.
So it's kind of funny. So let's see what else we get there. Do not forget Santa's emergency reindeer T-Money.
T-Money, Leroy, Subtle, Harvey, Slick, Zip, Cassidy, and Randolph the Blue-Nosed Mule.
Leroy and Subtle and Harvey and Slick, Zip, Cassidy, and who is a trick, but who's the one that's most famous of all? Rudolph the Blue-Nosed Mule.
Right?
I'm sorry.
That's all good. Yeah, I'm laughing too because Stephanie Bethany says she finally used it right. Spilled the tea, haha. Yeah, I'm with the times. I'm using it right. Look at me. Yeah, I think it was you guys here in this chat that even told me, like, spill the tea. And I'm like, what do you mean, spill the tea? What does that mean? So, yeah.
What does it mean?
It just means to gossip.
Oh, okay.
Spill the beans.
I thought spill the beans. That's kind of like that thing.
Yeah.
So.
It's funny. They have like all kinds of channels now called different variations of
spill the beans, spill the tea,
spill tea, brew. Yeah.
Catnip.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
Isn't that something a boomer would say? No.
Back in the day when I was there, I used to say this. You know what? It was spill the oatmeal.
Right? Oh my gosh. Back in my day. Oh my gosh, my teacher.
Howdy ho.
Right?
when all else fails, just do a hanky.
Yeah.
Mr. Hanky.
Howdy ho. Yep. Oh my gosh.
I love meeting Trey Parker and Matt Stone. Those guys are pragmatic.
Wait a minute, you met Trey Parker?
Yeah,
too?
I went to a Dennis Miller taping where they had them on there, and so they were the greatest pragmatists of all there, and so they didn't care who they were going to lampoon. They just did it, and so it was so great just to hear them talk, and they're talking about how dare you do a sitcom on the President Bush. He goes, look, we said we're going to do it on whoever's president, if it's Gore or Bush. We didn't care who it was.
Yeah.
We're not going to be timely. It doesn't matter. And then you guys held it up to it type thing. And so they had to work onto it. So it was like, yeah, type. But so there was funny. Just there. And the most amazing thing was, and I was at Paramount when a movie Team America came out. I don't know if you ever heard of that.
We only seen a couple of parts from that movie.
Oh,
I think I saw Team America.
Part.
Yeah, I'm so lonely. Should have won the Academy Award for Best Song. Kim Young Jung going, I'm so lonely, so lonely. So what happened was they were rushing to do the stop animation, and I knew the producer at the time. I was playing poker with them, so kind of there. And it wasn't like they were rushing it to get out before the election. They were just writing it. And so they get halfway through, and someone had asked them for an interview. It says, who are you going to vote for, Kerry or Bush? And Trey Parker said, neither one. Both of them are turds. And Sean Penn decided to say, screw you, you're voting for Kerry, or I'm going to show you what real hell is.
Oh, man.
So what happens? All of a sudden, halfway through the movie of Team America, we got a new enemy, the Film Actors Guild.
Oh, wow.
And Sean Penn like, Susan Sarandon, your acting skills have failed.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, it was just hilarious that they just switch it on a dime to it. And that was the one thing. It's like, that's the one group you do not want to piss off because they're going to be able to lampoon you in a way that you can't handle it. So they put Matt Damon in the movie, and all it is Matt Damon goes, Matt Damon, the whole time. Like he was just there.
What in the world?
So obviously Matt Damon had talked to Parker and Stone about an episode called Benifer that was on where Cartman, for Hispanic Appreciation Day, does a hand puppet of J-Lo.
Oh, Oh, yeah, I remember the episode.
And Ben Affleck says, "I'd write you a poem, but I don't know how to write."
Oh my gosh.
And falls in love with Cartman's hand. It was pretty bad. I mean, they just torched him for it. But so you could tell something was going on there. But they just go to it. And then, like, comedians love the South Park episode, The Greatest Joke in the World.
Oh,
so,
it's the fish sticks one, right?
Do you like fish? You like fish stick?
You like fish sticks?
Then you're a gay fish.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's a joke. And then how it lampooned up is like, it just got that urban legend. Everyone started doing their own version of it. Mm-hmm. And then this says, and this joke was written by Carlos Mencia. Now, comedians love that because Carlos Mencia is known for stealing all comedians' jokes. So what they loved about it was when Kanye West says, "You wrote the joke?" "No, I can't write it. I'm not hacking us." And then they just chop him up, just slice him up type of thing before Kanye West decides to go swim with the gay fish.
Oh my gosh.
And so you're understanding that their undertones were on there. Like, then we're getting, with Family Guy, a lot of the Hollywood stuff was foretold by Seth MacFarlane and a lot of stuff in Family Guy, too, that you kind of see that they're talking about the Me Too movement and the harassment to it, so...
Interesting. It's interesting how they're able to tell that story in such a way. It's offensive, but it's so funny that it actually brings your attention to important stories that you wouldn't otherwise notice.
Well, and one person who's really incredible about doing the controversial subject matter and getting away with it and being funny is Dave Chappelle. I mean, and because he just says it with a smile.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just, better. I mean, he was on Leno, and so when he got the thing from there, and I used to play softball with some of the Leno guys, so that was
cool.
Yeah, I went to some of their happy hours at the end, which was so fun just to see it there. Guy Fieri showed up to one.
Cool.
You know, it was kind of nice, but I knew. The supervising producer, I played with him and a couple of other people there. Met John Menendez, who was the opening act guy. Stuttering John from, I'm forgetting, Private Parts. Howard Stern, sorry.
Okay.
His movie, Private Parts. Sorry, let me rephrase that before I hear this thing. I'm saying something risque. Type of thing. I was like, unfortunately, you have to do that thing. So he was part of the type there, and you got to meet some things. So you when you're out there, you do run into people, and you have to know your place and time when you can talk. And how to get there, and you want to find a way to get yourself credible. So, like I said, what I'm doing, why I came here was I had Carissa do a voiceover for a scene. It's called Serial Killer Whisperer. It's a feature length here, and she gets to play a victim where the serial killer is killing her, and then the whisper comes to teach this guy a lesson, basically. And so she gets to scream.
Yeah. Yep. Didn't know I was going to be a victim today, but I'm happy to say I am. Thanks, Chris.
We try with you. You know, at least it's a start. You can say voiceover to get killed.
Yeah, there you go. And that's something that you said you're going to be submitting that to something.
Yeah, so what's going to happen is I actually had a script recently just make the top 50 of the Stage 32 screenwriting contest. And so I now have 2 scripts in sci-fi that have done that. So now I can actually pitch that. For this one was a thriller, and I knew that why not just shoot a teaser scene to pitch to I'm not sure. Thanks. So talking about stuff like, but to pitch it to like agents and managers, see if they want to take it up there. And so you're talking about how YouTube versus screenwriting. It's a lot. There's a lot of similarities to everything that you have to brand yourself. And so when I got the second sci-fi, it meant that I had 2 in the same category that they'll take seriously. So I should brand myself as a sci-fi writer.
Oh.
And so that's going on there. But sci-fi is only a setting. It's not a genre. And so what this setting has, and so in present day, we know the rules and religion of here. We understand that if we decide to skin a cat, we're going to be thrown in jail.
Yes.
Or we're going to have taste like chicken. No.
Yeah.
No, but mean...
Hide, cats, hide.
but you understand, we're gonna have to meet
already
it.
are.
Yeah. So,
Oh,
but
yeah.
but we're saying is, if you kill someone, you're going to jail, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know that if to make money, you have to go get a job.
Yes.
All these different things. We already know the rules. Well, in sci-fi, it might be different.
Okay.
And
yeah.
and also other subjects like law. Law uses their own rules. It's all about providing the case, getting the compelling thing to get that one person to believe not guilty. Finance, greed is good.
Okay.
Insider trading, that's Wall Street in a nutshell. So
Yeah.
so what you're doing is you have to create a world with that, and that world, people already know that world and they're already a part of it. So the sci-fi I wrote it's called UFE, Unidentified Flying Encounter. It's a female version of Starman, where a half human, half female shapeshifter comes to Earth to find her human father in 3 days. She has to avoid the authorities that want to dissect any alien that comes to Earth.
No.
She came here she has 3 days because she's in her maturation period, and she needs to find a mate. She couldn't find one in her home world, and she's hoping her father can arrange a partner for her. That's the whole story.
Ew, she's
It's
asking
Starman.
her dad to find a mate for her?
But that's how it does on the home world, is that it's all about partners and arrangement. That they don't, that's how they get it, because their life is very structured. Your family structure, and that's what we're saying, the religion. On Chicada, as I call it, what happens is that your parents define your life. You get a partner early on, and then you raise your kids, and they follow the way. It's a bleak one. There's no color or anything. It's not emotion. It's just you're doing things for survival, but you exist. You're a part of a culture.
Yeah.
And when her mother broke off for love to go find a human partner instead, it broke her chain of cycles. So now they see her as human on her world. She comes here, they see her as an alien shapeshifter on this one. She can't fit in anywhere.
Oh, no.
So, and it's kind of understanding is like, if I don't fit in anywhere, where can I fit in type of thing.
Yeah.
So it was a cool little story. Like I said, I wrote that and it got there, and I've upped it a lot there. It's a road trip adventure with a
cool.
good Samaritan that happens to have his father gotten disappeared during the first encounter from some things, and we got more history going on there. But he falls in love with her, obviously, and the sex scene is kind of pretty incredible because it has nothing to do with sex. It's all about like a snow globe energy scene where purple and yellow come together and just do it because it's shapeshifter. So you don't have it's not nudity or anything like that. You're like, it's more of a vivid color of imagination with wild sprinkles. I'm sorry. But that's what you can do with sci-fi is you can go out there create. And the great thing about sci-fi is you can take the political mantra and controversial subjects and break them apart and put them on different sides to it. So it doesn't have to be like, oh, this is good, this is bad. You can understand there's certain elements to it. Ron Moore, who, for people who don't know, was a showrunner for Battlestar Galactica, the new one, was talking about how the show was just a drama of survival on a spaceship and how you're doing it. And how to survive, it doesn't have to be the civilians that do it. It doesn't have to be the military. It could be the grunts. It depends on whoever is coming together to come with the right idea for it.
Oh, okay.
And so that's what he was just saying is you're all together in a ship, a bunch of characters that have to rise to do what you can to survive. And so it's all about the survival type of thing. So he also has gone on to do Outlander, which probably your mom might watch on Stars if she has it, type of thing. Gabaldon is known for being a wonderful writer that terrorizes every character in her story to know.
My gosh.
And Diane Gabaldon, I mean, it's on Stars, Outlander. Most writers I know, female writers in their 60s, love that show. They're like zealots to it, so type of thing. But so he kind of went on to do that, and so that's kind of nice. And he went to Yale, decided not to go, skipped out of it, and started writing. So it's kind of interesting.
Cool.
So nice guy when I met him. So you kind of you run into people when you're out in Hollywood after 15 years. You're going to run into a lot of them. But I ran into a lot more in New York before what's going on now, because Rockefeller Center, a lot of people will go there. I was literally talking to a page once. We were talking M&Ms, and I said, they got the red ones now. They've turned communist. And I'm going, my God, they're evil, those things. And Chris Rock turns around and says, you're right, they are. And I'm going,
what? Chris Rock?
yeah, Chris Rock is
Wow.
cool. The twice I've met him, he's been into some down-to-earth situations, been really cool about it. So,
Nice.
and for that, everybody hates Chris. Everyone
Yeah,
loves
that's
Raymond,
right.
but everybody hates Chris. So,
That's right.
but so yeah, he is a nice guy, very easygoing. Off camera as cool as can be. So
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, it's kind of nice when you see those people, and then you get the divas with the nose stuck up. I mean,
Yeah, like,
That's- that-
everyone's my slave, you know.
yeah.
everyone
Steve
caters
Martin
to
came
me.
across like that when he was on Letterman. It might have been a day. There's certain ones. I heard with Chris Isaac came on to play his song once, and the whole group, he just was in a bad mood.
Aw,
Paul Schaefer and the
that's
band
sad.
just hated him for it. But
Oh.
then my sister was up there on a high school trip and met him, and he was nice and polite as can be. So
Oh,
it's
man.
like you're getting a different scene with whatever going. So there's certain ones, it could be a bad day, and sometimes you're going pretty nice into it. And so, people are people. You want to treat them just normal,
Yeah.
and, don't go, oh my God, type of thing. So,
Yeah.
of course, I'm usually scared to death because they're like Edwin with a fork going, what's for dinner?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. So, type of thing, so.
You remember
Well, it's-
Paul Schaefer and Marilyn Manson? When Marilyn Manson was on David Letterman? How they all interacted?
I'm not sure. I think that was after I was off. I stopped watching the show in '91, so and that might have been when he went to CBS.
Man.
Now, when I was at Letterman, it was at the time where Carson was getting let go, and so Carson
Oh,
actually.
poor Carson.
My last week there, Carson showed up on the show, and from what it was looking like, all Letterman cared about, was moving back to L.A. And not the time
interesting.
slot. But then he went to CBS and took the 11:30 time slot and stuck in New York for some reason, which is weird.
Huh. Maybe he met somebody.
You mean the NYU dorms?
Oh. Yeah. Yes. That's.
Oh yeah, that's kind of been widely known about that, and how he became friends with Bill Clinton after that. Oh, you're allowed to sleep with interns?
Maybe I'll stick around. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So no one's really talking in the chat. So what is everyone doing right now, other than listening to us just be babble?
Yeah, who knows? While they're telling us, why don't I grab us a couple more beers?
Ouch! Twist my arm.
Yeah, there you go. It's twisted.
So we have put the cats into the witness protection program. Tommy has already made sure that it's already happened. Edwin's new name is Jose Cuervo. And so if you're ever trying to find him, just pick up a tequila bottle.
Hey,
Charlie is now going to be known as Jim Beam.
Charlie, he did come out for a minute, but then he went back to hiding.
yeah, he's hiding somewhere. I think I saw him ninja walk around.
Might see if I can get Edwin to come back up.
Yeah, he's not as fearsome as he is on camera, Edwin.
I know, right?
He's just like, there's Charlie, I see him. He was hiding under the chair.
He's running like hell.
He had an opportunity to run.
All right, this is for you. We
Oh,
have
thanks.
one left, so you.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I still have a little bit left, so.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome.
To your health, so.
Thank you. All right, so let's
So,
see.
Stephanie's
what's
just
going-
working on some video stuff.
Oh, cool. Working on some video stuff that doesn't require too much reading comprehension. Oh, okay, that's good.
And the wheels on the bus go round and round.
Right, there you go. Oh man, Stephanie, are you working on a video for your autism channel or your vlog channel or another channel? She's got a few of them. She's like always YouTubing.
Hey, as long as you're productive and you're getting your brand right to make sure you can make money.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
That's what you do. So, she's listening to Major Voice.
listening to Major Voice. Okay.
Oh, that's Spirit, so.
Oh, Spirit's listening to Major Voice. Oh, okay.
I think Edwin decided
Cool.
to join us.
Oh, cool.
Edwin! Hey!
Yeah, look at him. He's diving into the treats. Oh. Alright, like, if we move over, yeah, we'll give him the... There we go. Hey, buddy! Oh, he decided he wanted water instead. Oh, man, he can't make up his mind at all, can
He's
he?
obsessed with that water.
Jeez.
He's grumpy cat now.
Yes, Tommy's like, thanks for coming, Edwin. Well, shoot. I don't know. I mean, I can't think of anything.
So now, you're ready for your next... Let's talk about your acting.
Okay. All right. What would you like to know?
So what audition are you doing next?
You know, I'm not sure.
Monologue?
Actually, I'm gonna be doing 2 monologues for an acting coach session, which I have coming up on September 3rd. So that's coming up really fast. And I have to memorize 2 monologues, record them as best I can, and send them to my acting coach in time so he could look at it and tell me how to improve or take notes on how I can improve for the upcoming meeting. So
have you looked at the monologue? What are they about?
Yeah, I have chosen 2, and one of them is about like telling about a dream where this person is flying, but it's not really flying, it's more like floating, and then they if I paraphrase it, maybe it'll help me remember it in the future. But basically it's me telling about a dream I had to where I'm floating and I keep running forward, and now I'm hitting a bunch of big rocks and stuff, but I'm not slowing down. I just keep running and running and running, and before I know it, I'm looking down and I realize that my legs aren't touching anything, and I suddenly feel free, but then I start thinking about how I'm all alone up here. And then when I realize I'm all alone, I wake up and then I say something to the person at the end of the monologue, like, I've never told anyone that before. And that's that monologue.
So, into it, what does that say about your internal psyche?
The floating part, or
All of it. So when you're doing a dream, basically something's coming out that you haven't addressed in your life, so you're trying to figure it out. And they're doing it into subtext and themes to it. So you're looking at that as like, are you running and not getting anywhere? Is it you're trying to get some there, or were you feeling like is the world's leaving you behind? Type
man.
And that's kind of where you have to focus into it, is what's your weakness and frailty. So when we're talking about characters and developing great characters, usually there's a couple different things. Now, first off, they're going to always be active, because we don't want a passive character. We don't want the person wallflower. We want the person that's willing to go put Edwin in the blender and say, okay, let's start this. I need to eat.
Oh gosh,
and that's what we're saying about why Cartman is so great, because Cartman is the one that drives the action. It doesn't matter, he drives it insanely and he's crazy, and we don't want to adjust to him, but we love the fact that he's willing to do it. He's willing to try. So that's the first thing. Then the second thing is that he's not afraid and scared to do the things. Indiana Jones, he's an archaeologist. He's a bookworm. Is there any way he's going to go on an adventure into a catacombs? There's rats. I'm going the other way out. I'm too scared of this. But he doesn't. And he will never give up trying, because he's willing to do the things I wish I could do.
Oh, yeah. Okay. And
Jim Carrey, liar, liar. He has to tell the truth. Finally tells his clients. Tells his clients, screw you. I mean, those are the characters we like to it. Now then, where we're talking about getting depth of character, what happens is that normal conversation, I would give my rationale to why you should do it my way. You give your rationale why you do it your way, and then we come up to a solution. right?
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
how the world works, right?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't, because we're all messed up. No
Oh.
one believes that type of thing, because we know that doesn't work. Bill Murray once said in an argument, it's tough to debate someone intelligent because they'll use logic and reason to why you should choose their side. But it's very impossible to beat an idiot that's not going to care less what you say.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. And so what happens is that people usually early on have gotten hit with a fear block, neglect, defense, wound, something that they got punished for unreasonably and wasn't resolved properly.
Okay.
And so it's kind of like, why did my daddy leave?
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
How do you handle that? It's a loss. You're in a vulnerable state. You can't handle it.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you correct that? You create a defense mechanism.
Mm.
So, I don't want to have conflict. Here's money. Get out of my way.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to yell at me? I'm no a shell. Clam up type of thing.
Yeah.
I'm a bully. You want to fight over this? I don't care about your emotional problems. We'll fight then.
Yeah.
And so these there's a ton of defense mechanism that goes to it.
Interesting.
And then what happens if you're doing a great character is if something happens to pierce through it. So
Okay.
think about a story where this person has all the money in the world and he uses that power to get whatever he wants.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden becomes bankrupt. How is he going to
Oh,
survive?
God.
And
No.
that's the story of Arthur in a way, basically, into how you do it. And so those are kind of what goes on to it. So now you're sitting here talking about this.
Mm-hmm.
This character has her defense mechanisms already up there. Everything's in place. They're starting to fracture.
Oh.
And her mind is seeing, whoa, why am I not successful?
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing everything that should be successful, yet I'm not succeeding.
Yeah.
Why?
Okay.
And everything I'm trying is making me more isolated. I just want to be loved. I just want to be there.
Yeah.
And you're just talking, and character development is the key to get it ready. So now when you're ready for it, it's just like you're confused. You're shaken.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of like, yes, I'm going out there, I'm running, I'm not getting anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And the harder I try, the harder it gets.
And the more isolated I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And now you're seeing how much of a vulnerable thing, and you can push that vulnerability to it.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, I don't want to be here.
Man.
And if you can get to that point and bring it out there in action, and it's hard because characters are defined more by their failures and how they deal with their failures and their success. It's easy to deal with success.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to deal with failure and get up and continue to try.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's just a thought onto it. So
No, that makes a lot of sense. Let's it looks like we have some comments here.
oh, cool.
Let's see. Stephanie says more YouTube stuff. About to work on the Big Road Adventure vlog. Oh, okay, that sounds fun. Oh, Rona. Sorry. So it's not the Big Road, it's the Big Rona Adventure vlog. Okay, now that doesn't sound as fun at all. I'm so sorry that you've experienced this, and so now you have a vlog at least. There's that. That's a good positive spin
Put the
on
lime
bad
in the
situation.
coconut, Rona.
There you go. There you go.
What is the scariest thing you ever did?
Okay. Let's see here. You want to go first or me? I don't know.
You want to go or?
I have no okay. The scariest thing that I can think of that I've done, shoot, when I got kidnapped, taken over state lines, and I escaped out of the house. I had to pick the right house because the person that kidnapped me was sleeping with his friend's wife, who often helped him get away with crimes, and he told me that she lived in one of the houses, and I had to pick the right one that she didn't live in to make sure that no one murdered me. That seriously is the scariest thing I've ever done, is pick the house in another state in the middle of nowhere, and I have no idea where I'm at.
Pretty good.
Yeah, that's mine. I survived! What about you?
Well, when I was 6 months old, My parents were traveling from New York to Virginia. It was raining. We had bald tires. The car flipped.
Oh gosh!
Jelly rolled 8, 9 times.
Oh no!
My mom was driving at the time. She was not wearing her seatbelt. She got thrown out of the car. Saved her life.
Wow.
Car landed on her leg.
Whoa! Oh no!
I was being held by my dad in the back seat at the time. He let go of me and I bounced around like a pinball.
Oh no!
Fractured my skull. And my brain started swelling up and would have hemorrhaged, but I was at the right age where my skull was soft enough to expand yet not puncture. And so it was like a 1 in a billion type of thing what happened to it. So my mom had a punctured lung. She was saved because a doctor happened to come by the other way and saw it, came there, used his thumbnail to puncture her to create a tracheotomy to let her breathe.
Oh my gosh!
And all she could think of was the pain in her leg. So she kind of all this type of stuff. So that's kind of a type of thing was going on. For what happened to me was all that trauma made my senses very heightened. So I had perfect vision for a long time, perfect hearing, could hear sensitive things, but I was also sensitive to touch, which meant polyester freaks me out.
Oh man!
And then of course I contracted recurring viral meningitis when at Paramount.
Oh,
and so that's when I started getting the migraines and stuff. And so what goes on, which is where right now I can't be anywhere near secondhand smoke. That kills me with headaches. I can't wear a face mask. I pass out in 20 minutes.
Oh, gosh.
And no one cares about it. So it's like I have the doctor's notes and everything. And it's like, so I just kind of like stay on house arrest for the time being because of that. And it kind of sucks. So
yeah.
And and so ruptured gallbladder. I'll tell you that most painful thing I ever had. That's awful. Understand? The most painful thing I ever had was uveitis, and what that is inflammation of the muscles behind your eye that puts such pressure on you that you cannot do anything. And I'm talking about it is every second of every day severe pain where you just want to die.
Ow.
And it took a week and a half to get over that type of thing. And because they misdiagnosed the stuff and then there to it. So I can understand with the gallbladder type of thing. So
yeah. Oh my gosh, Spirit. I'm so sorry that happened. I'm sorry that happened to you too.
Yeah, but you
crazy.
deal with what you can. I mean,
Yeah,
I've had some good luck. I've had some crazy luck. It's always whatever the 1 in a million thing is going to happen. So that's what I laugh about. It's like,
yeah. Hey, and you survived. High five.
There we go. Yes.
There you go. Survived. And you know what, Spirit? I am glad to see that you survived as well. Good job on that. I'm glad you survived.
The ruptured is tough. So I mean, that means that
terrible.
You had to be at the right time. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, the gallbladder has poison bile that goes through it for it. So
oh gosh.
So yeah, I mean, I've heard some people where the doctors were doing something and that accidentally sliced the gallbladder and the bile was spilling out and putting poison to people, and that takes weeks out. So yeah. Oh,
that's terrible. Oh yeah, accidents happen,
but I thought we were doing good happy news today.
You're right. We're supposed to.
And by the way, Tommy's scariest story was someone wanted to cut his hair.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
It was Charlie, and Charlie had the catnip and the claws. You know, it was like, we're cutting it, we're making him bald.
Right. You know, that would be like completely weird to me if like Tommy came home one day and he had like a regular haircut. I'm like, what the hell? I would be like, who is this person? Get out and bring Tommy back.
And that's what the dream is all about. What happened to the hair?
Right?
Friends don't let friends get haircuts.
For real. Stephanie Bethany says after lots of editing, it's 43 minutes long on her video. Like, whoa, 43 minutes long? Are you editing a movie? Is that what's happening here? Or a live stream or something? No, it must be pretty. You know what? It's a
the
vlog,
small
though.
intestine is the probably where the toxic thing is to it. Yeah.
Man. Well, I guess if people really want to know the full story, 43 minutes of editing, or maybe it could be broken into several pieces. I don't know. It kind of depends on what you're doing, but
as long as there's new information coming out, it doesn't matter how long it is. And so I'm writing a screenwriting book right now as well.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's going to take me forever to do it, but it has a lot of the different things. And it talks about scenes. One is, how long should a scene be? It says it's usually on average about 2 to 3 pages, but it can be one sentence long, or it can be the entire movie. I mean, you look at Life of Pi, he's on a boat with a tiger, the entire scene.
Oh, wow.
And what happens is, or Book of Pi, if I said the wrong one, please forget me. I'm doing it. But what happens is, as long as there's new information being come at a time, is going there. So, and the key is, you start in as late as possible and you leave as early as possible. And so when you're going to write, the best thing you can look at is LA Confidential has one where Russell Crowe is driving along and he sees someone in their house, a man beats his wife. He slams on the car and he goes up to the door, takes off the Christmas lightings at the time. The man comes out and says, "What the hell are you doing?" Bam! Gets punched out and knocked out. Says, "Are you all right? Stay away from him. Take care," and leaves, and that's it. And that scene just showed you all you need to, because you didn't need to have any pleasantries. "Hi, I'm this so." "Oh, hi, I'm this so." "You're doing this, you shouldn't do that." "Screw you." No, he just started right out there to it and got to
just
it.
To the point.
And you understand. It shows your action of your character that he's willing to fight for abused women.
Okay.
And you get your character there. It showed in action. He didn't say, "I fight for the rights for them." No, he just showed it. It's not about his status, it's about his actions. And so that's what you're going for. Now, they had another part in there where they had uncovered a body somewhere, and they're going to tell Kevin Spacey about it on there. And what they did was, "Hey, we got some news for you." And then they had it all under, airplane propeller. You couldn't hear the noise, so you just understood that he was getting the whole conversation we already knew about, because you didn't have to tell the conversation. All you had to do is say that, "I'm telling you the conversation, but we've already heard it, so we don't need it again," type of thing.
Oh, yeah.
And so there's kind of little great tricks to it. Brian Hegelin is, and I'm getting that name probably wrong, is a great writer, and so it's you got some of his things for that. And LA Confidential was part of I think the last best Academy Awards show there was in that time, because it was 1999, and it had the Titanic, As Good as It Gets, Good Will Hunting, LA Confidential, and Full Monty were the 5, and they're pretty good ones for different reasons to it, and to
year.
it. So, and then they've just kind of gotten a little off where now people aren't even watching them anymore, and so I'm going. I'll watch the MTV Awards at the time. So there's the one where I didn't care for any of the movies, and all of a sudden you're looking the other way. It's like Wedding Crashers.
The Wedding Crashers
Batman
movie
Begins
is so funny.
Yes, Vince Vaughn
Yeah.
and Owen Wilson. So now, what is the Wedding Crashers?
I mean, the Wedding Crashers is
What's the movie about?
about them crashing a wedding?
No, actually, that's the funniest thing. It's about getting caught in a lie because they were crashing weddings.
Oh,
So-
that's right. The
so
elaborate
what-
lie they made.
And it's called The Big Lie. And so, and by the way, I do a lot of platform structure for scripts on how to look at it, and they're called The Big Lie. So a lot of these comedies are, you get caught in a lie, and then you have to play out that lie. And so it's kind of like the improv. You know what we're saying? We
Yeah.
give you an improv thing, says, "Oh, so you're an investment banker." Well, that's what they said when they got to the senator's family's house to be there. It's like, "Oh, you're an investment banker. I need investment help. What do you think of this?" Well, they're just dumbass crashers that were just trying to get one night stands, and now they're in relationships with Rachel McAdams and Isa Tyler Fisher. I forget what Isla Fisher. I always forget which one is it to it. So
My memory. So
maybe someday we will do voiceover challenges. We're hoping for that. We're trying to do it. We were trying to do the the improvs here. I did want to come back for a month one to do an improv at the group where we have everyone together and we can do it all to get a community type of thing to it. We were trying to do it here, but I guess we started too early, and everyone says, "Oh, we don't show up until 10 o'clock anyway." It's 10:52. People haven't even gotten ready. Yeah. Chris, is she on yet? Probably not. She's probably still trying to find Edwin.
Yeah. So many things go wrong around here.
So have we missed anything?
Let me see. Let's see here.
I think we're missing that guy who talks about Edwin a lot on here.
Yeah, I wonder what happened to him. So yeah. Well, I actually came on and I said this. I just come on to heckle sometime just to keep the conversation rolling. And we know that there's trolls that come out there a lot. So it's like sometimes you need the lightness of it to it, so just to get the joke in there, and it's kind of more of the improv thing is to say the things to make you think of it in a different light type of thing. So I mean, even though we can talk about the audition and understanding that you're going to try to find out what she's hiding and what broke her in that one and type of thing.
Oh, and the Great Pumpkin one? Or
no, Pumpkin one is simple.
Oh, yeah. You're talking about the dream.
Yeah, the dream.
Yeah.
And so that's cool. And it's just, if you're giving the is like not unexpected is always a great thing. Mm-hmm. And so you're just funny, and if you can go with it, it's great. I mean, if you can do it the right way, you're just like, all right, I'm there. So what's coming through that door next? And that's the excitement, because you don't know. Yeah. We don't want to know, even though we do want to know. Right. And so you're like, what can happen? We're on a boat. Where are we going?
I don't know. Israel?
We're going to a bubblegum drop. Okay. Who are we taking there? We're taking a kid that hates sweets.
Oh my gosh.
We think it's going to be the greatest vacation in the world for them. They think it's going to be a nightmare. Think of that conversation.
Oh my gosh. Like, what do you mean you don't want to go get candy,
You're joking with me.
Right.
You're never happy with whatever I say.
Right.
It's like, I want spinach. No one in the right mind wants spinach.
No.
You are not human. What are you talking about?
Right.
Let's do candies. I want these things. Licorice. I hate you, Mom.
There are some people that love licorice. It's crazy. But they're out there.
Yes, it's all Tommy.
It's all Tommy. Yeah, that's right.
Absinthe tastes like liquor too.
I think some people said some things here. Stephanie says, yeah, gallbladder has bile to help break down stuff for digestion in the small intestine, but it goes other places or too much OBV. Very toxic. Ooh, that doesn't sound good at all. Stephanie Bethany says, haha, the video is a vlog spanning from August 1st to like the 23rd. Oh my goodness, that's going to be a comprehensive vlog right there. I look forward to it.
Edwin already gave it the thumbs down. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Edwin's just evil like that.
What a jerk.
Edwin tried to get Tommy blocked on YouTube.
It's not the first time he's done that.
Edwin says, he's rubbing my fur the wrong way.
He keeps showing up naked on stream.
There you go.
Daggone, look at the haircut he gave me.
Yeah. That's your punishment for eating your treats too fast. Eddie? Yeah. Let's see here.
Why do you have a book of L. Ron Hubbard Battlefield Earth?
It's such an epic book. Like, it just, oh my gosh, it's like too. Bigger than a Bible.
Unless
that
somebody
is
just signed it randomly.
Insane. That's like Harry Potter level right there as far as like length of a book.
Somewhere in here.
Stephanie says, Tommy, he thinks it's mostly emotional, but I'm putting timestamps.
Did you ever see the movie?
Bypass that part. Oh, that's
It was
cool.
boring as hell, right?
That definitely helps.
And by the way, I understand you're like, oh wow.
I love sci-fi, but I was not.
I don't know. By the way, I'm like everyone has said that with Battlefield Earth. It's like, I'm gonna watch it because I love sci-fi. This shows you that sci-fi can be boring.
Yeah, how crazy! Who would have thought that sci-fi could be boring? I would have never even thought. because I love sci-fi. Like anything to do with aliens, just like sign me up. You know, it's crazy.
Okay, so Popeye got me into spinach.
Yeah, that's
See,
funny.
we got it. We now know. So Spirit is your disjointed son that we're trying to take to Gumdrop.
Yes.
And Spirit is we just don't know what to get him.
Yeah, I guess I'll just get you a bunch of spinach. There you go.
We're gonna make him a spinach hat.
That sounds
Gilligan's
good to
hat.
me.
Yep. So that's what we're getting Spirit. So good job.
Spirit's getting a spinach hat. That's funny.
Spinach hat.
Well, my gosh, it's approaching 2 hours and everything. So
Is it time to go?
I think it's time to go. We could
Does anyone have
try-
anything else to say? Otherwise,
You've streamed 116 minutes.
Okay, 116 minutes.
yeah, it's 120 is 2 hours.
Oh. Yeah.
60, yeah.
Okay. Oh, 100. Okay, I was looking at this 100. I was like 156 minutes. That's not.
I
the way to
literally
look
had
at
a
it.
boss once that says, "Why are you taking 50-minute lunch breaks?" I'm going, "What are you talking about? 0.5 hours, 50 minutes."
Oh my god, half an hour, doofus. That's so. Oh my gosh, I bet you wanted to slap him so hard.
Her.
Or her.
Yeah.
Yeah, slap her. Oh my gosh, that's funny.
All right, Spirit, we're going to try to do these challenges and voiceovers sometime. Have a good night. So everyone's saying good night. So guess
Yes,
what?
definitely.
Adios.
Definitely. And, man, I really appreciate you
Oh,
coming.
good. Thanks. It was
coming
good. So,
here and
yeah, we'll try it
having
again.
fun.
The
Yeah.
first YouTubers, I'll try to make sure I come back when in Tulsa
Yes.
for it, and we'll try to
So
do
fun.
something if we don't have anyone going for it. So hopefully that will do it. Nice. We'll try to do some improv. If not, we'll do something else to it. But also, you're going to want to check out the new audition from Carissa. She's going to put it up online shortly after
Yeah.
we get the sound to it to
Yeah.
watch her the pumpkin thing. She did it there, and all she got to see was a freaking beagle.
Yeah, just a stupid beagle. God.
And on that
Jeez.
night,
Good night. And you guys have a great night. And don't forget, if you you should totally check out his channel. I have it linked in the description. He's at Wichita Films. You can look it up that way.
yeah, they're basically a lot of short films about 3 to 5 minutes long. They're spoof on horrors. So a lot of the genres that we know in horrors, and they just go totally awry. I was telling Carissa about 50 Shades of Misery, where the Misery the number one fan gets 50 Shades of Greys as her present for kidnapping the writer, and she hates it. So that
Oh my
one was
gosh.
kind of nice. So I was showing her too about some blood and Texas Chainsaw Massacre, where we were just watching the person accidentally kill himself, and the girls kind of like,
Yeah, that was pretty
let's
good."
go for a manicure type of thing. So
Yeah, like you have a lot of really good videos on there.
well,
so-
and it's just getting your brainstorming concept. It's very simple. It's like what you do is, I want to lampoon a horror movie. What's a horror movie? What can
Okay.
we do to lampoon it?
Okay.
And that's it. I mean, it's not hard. So, and there's certain ones I wanted to do that I couldn't do.
Oh.
I wanted to do a Nightmare on Elm Street, where he goes into a little kid's dream and nightmare, and she's having a tea party, and he can't do anything. His claws turns into Twizzlers and gets stuck, and she goes like this: "There's only 2 types of people in my party here. It's princesses and ponies. And you ain't wearing a dress, buddy." And
that's funny.
and we were gonna do it, and then I just literally didn't have the actresses or the place or the location to do it. And
dang it.
unfortunately, a lot of my actors had aged out of it now. They're in
Oh,
their
dang
12.
it.
So one actress I used almost was going to be Sheldon's twin sister in the Young Sheldon show. She made it
Oh,
to
that's cool.
final callback and just got that close. She's on the cusp. She lives in Beverly Hills.
Oh, that's
She's going to make it. She's just a talented actress. She won Best Actress for My Foster Scare, which was at the Sunny Side Up Film Festival. So she won Best Child Actress, and we won Best Director for
Oh,
it.
that's pretty
so.
cool.
Yeah.
We'll go her.
Yeah,
And-
so yeah, we Lexi is awesome, and so her things is nobody interrupts my playtime, and I mean nobody. And she's holding a knife at the time. I should just cut the brakes to her dad's car.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, you get dark, but you have to go the dark way for things, and that's kind of what you're doing. So on
Yeah,
that note, we're
absolutely.
done. So everyone, take care.
You guys have a great night. And remember, we're all potato chips in this bag called life. And we are stronger together. You take care. Have a good night. And I'll see you next Friday. Bye.
Hopefully it was good. Hopefully you enjoyed it. So.
Hold on here.
That was a full good.
Okay. All right. Have a good night.
Haters and